Hello, third graders. This is Chapter 4. We're going to take a look at subtraction without regrouping. We're going to focus on using the student textbook today, and then your homework will be pages 59 and 60 in the workbook. So today you're going to need a pencil and an eraser, and there's a handout on Jupyter that's going to help you. It's the place value chart for subtracting. So let's get started. I'd like to point out that this game is also, actually there's several games posted in Jupyter. You just open that one link and there will be several games to choose from. This is one of them. Okay, so let's get started with talking about subtraction. Now, I know that subtraction means that I'm taking away, I'm giving away, I'm selling something, I lost something, and sometimes I'm comparing quantities. So, for example, here I might say John has 67 books and Betty has 34 books. What is the difference between the number of books that the two children have? Okay, so that's another way that we might see subtraction. So let's practice finding the difference here between 67 and 34. I'm going to start by using the base 10 blocks, and we know that this stands for a 10. So to start the subtraction problem, I need to start with the total amount that I have. It's the opposite of addition. When I'm adding, I'm going to put two pieces together, and when I'm done, I have a whole. In this case, with subtraction, we start with the whole, which is 67 in this case, and then we subtract out 34. So we're going to make 67. There's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And now I need 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 67, and I'm going to subtract 34 using base 10 blocks. Now, I'm just going to use a pen here, and I'm going to subtract. I'm going to start with the ones and subtract 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have subtracted 4 ones. I have subtracted 4 ones. And now I want to subtract 3 tens. So I'm going to subtract this 10. That's 1 10, 2 tens, and 3 tens. And now I want to count what I have left over. What is the difference? And I can see that I have 1, 2, 3 ones, 3 ones, and 1, 2, 3 tens. 3 tens. Now, what does that look like when I write a subtraction problem over here? Now, you'll see there's several boxes here, and I know that I need to line up the numbers here. So here goes 67. This is the number I'm starting with, and I'm going to subtract out 34. So I can do it with base 10 blocks, I can do it with symbols, I can do it with numbers. 7 minus 4 is 3 in the ones place. And 6 tens minus 3 tens is 3 tens. 33, 33. Now, I want you to use this representational drawing to do subtraction. So we have reviewed how to do subtraction with base 10 blocks and how to do subtraction with numbers, and let's practice using it with representational drawings. So I don't need these blocks. I'm going to go ahead and delete them. And I'm going to build this number 67. 10 ones. Excuse me, not 10 ones. 6 tens. 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 tens, and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know, I'm realizing that I am building the number up in this top box, and this top box we're going to use in our next lesson tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and move them down. Sorry about that. I hope that wasn't confusing for you. So I know that when I subtract, I start with the whole, and I subtract or count off the other number. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4 ones from 7 ones. 1, 2, 3. I don't have the right number there. I need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry about that. So I have subtracted 3 ones. I need to subtract 4 ones. There's my 4th one. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn those into X's. And I hope that your work is neater than mine and more accurate than mine. Now I have 6 tens. And I want to subtract 3 tens. So 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. And subtract. And I have left over 3 tens, 10, 20, 30, and 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. 3 tens, 3 ones. So we're going to use the representational drawing, like what you've seen here, to do our math today. Okay, let's move on to subtracting a 4-digit number. So I have the number 4,368 minus 1,254. And if I build it with base 10 blocks, it looks like this. And if I write it out with numbers, it looks like this. If I were to use the base 10 blocks, I would start by crossing out the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, subtract 4, and that leaves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. Now I'm going to subtract. I have 6 tens. I want to subtract 5 tens. 6 tens minus 5 tens, and then I'm going to subtract that off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and X those out. And I can see that I have 1 10 remaining. So 6 tens minus 5 tens is 1 10 left over. And I want to find the difference in the hundredths place. So 300 minus 200. And here's 300. And I want to minus 100, 200, and that leaves 100. 300 minus 200 is 100. Let's take a look at the thousands. I've got 4,000 to start with. I want to subtract 1,000. And so when I remove 1,000, that leaves 1, 2, 3,000 left. 3,000. So the difference is 3,114. Now what does that look like if I use the place value chart? Because that's the method I want you to practice. And you can draw this anywhere. That's what I like about it. You don't have to use a special paper like what I have, but it's probably easier. So let's start with the number. The number we are starting with is 4,368. And we're going to subtract 1,254. So I need 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 6 tens. Remember, we start with the amount that at the top, the bigger number. In this case, it's the bigger number. So it's the number on top of the math problem. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 300, 100, 200, 300, and 4,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the whole number now. Unlike addition, remember, we start with the two parts, we add them together to get the total. In subtraction, we're starting with a total, we're starting with a whole, and then we're going to count off or subtract numbers from there. And I want to move these down. I don't want them in that top box, so we're going to use that top box in our next lesson tomorrow. Okay, so I have 8 minus 4. 8 ones minus 4 ones. So what does that look like? 8 minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 ones are remaining. 4 ones. 4 ones. Subtract 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens leaves 1 10. 6 tens minus 5 tens is 1 10. Now we're looking at 300 minus 200. 300 minus 200 leaves 100. And now I've got 4,000 minus 1,000 is 3,000. So this is the method that I would prefer that you use in our lesson today. Let's go on and do, oh, I didn't record this. 110. I knew you noticed that. 110. 100. And 3,000s. I'm going to change that H so it looks more like an H. Okay. I'd like you to do this math problem, and so you're going to press pause, do the math, press play to check your answers. Okay, here's the answer. 6 ones minus 3 ones is 3 ones. 2 tens minus 0 tens is 2 tens. 500 minus 100 is 400, and 7,000 minus 2,000 is 5,000. Okay, let's do some more practice. Here we go. So do the work, press pause, do the work, press play, and you'll see the answers. Here's the answers. So here I have 1,113, and problem number 3 is 316. 3,000s minus 3,000s is 0,000, and I do not need to record that 0. I can if I want to, but I don't need to. And number 4, 2,022. All right. Here's some more practice. Again, press pause, do the work, and then press play to see the answers. Okay, here are the answers. And I hope that you've got all 4 of those right. And let's move on and do the homework. So here's the homework, and here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to use the same place value chart. I'd like you to show me that you can do it. You can do the first 6 math problems, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, using the place value chart. So I look forward to seeing your work. See you tomorrow.